With fall being here and ready, I decided it was time to prepare my home. I created this autumn sign for my kitchen as part of a fabulous DIY series. If you guys want to see, go ahead and keep watching. So the first thing you're going to need is some type of board. I used a board that I had, and then you're going to just need the signs. These are from Hobby Lobby and they were about $1.97. You're going to need some type of knots, a couple of paints for the actual letters, and then a paintbrush, something to put the paint in, and a glue gun. I went ahead and started by setting up all the letters. Now as you can see, mine actually does not fit on, so I had to just account for that and make do. So whenever you have them situated, and just make sure they're all the same way and that they are right onto the board. I'm going to go ahead and take my glue gun. You can also use regular glue. It works just fine, I've decided, and stick all those down onto it. For the edges, you do want to hold, if you're like me and you don't have an appropriate board, you want to hold them and make sure that they're just really, really glued down onto the board. So you can see here that I'm just taking my glue gun, and to help secure the letters down a little bit more, I'm just making a nice seal between the letters and the board and letting that dry. I'm putting it all over. This is going to go on the top of my cabinets, as you saw, so if it's a little messy, it doesn't matter. On to the painting. I'm going to be using Georgia clay, cranberry wine, and also golden straw from Americana. And I'm also going to be using this acrylic paint to mix just for a brown to make it a little bit more rustic. I'm going to go ahead and just start to shake up my paint, starting with the red one, and I'm going to put it into my little bowl. And I'm just going to go ahead and take actually a little bit of the brown paint and mix it in. This is good because you don't want it to be too bright. You do want it to look a little rustic for fall, a little bit more of autumn and harvest kind of looking. I'm going to go ahead and mix it up. Now you do want to keep in mind that I'm actually only using 3 colors, and I'm going to be using the same paint for 2 letters. So this is a little dark, as you can see, but I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more of the red, and you're just going to mix it until it gets to the right color that you want. Of course, I'm actually just using a straw because it's easy and cheap. On to the painting. I'm just going to take this brush and very sparingly wipe it across. Now you don't want this to be perfect because, like I said, you want it to have that just natural look, kind of worn look is what I'm going for. So you just want to lightly tap it on and then kind of spread it around. Like I said, if you're missing spots, it doesn't matter. Just try and get, for the most part, all that you can. There are also a lot of crannies and nooks that I'm not getting, like I said, because this is going on top of my cabinet, so you won't be able to see it unless you're up there, which no one will be. I've decided to go for more of a pattern, so I'm doing the red on both sides, and as you can see, I'm not worried about making sure it only stays on the end. We're going to work on blending that out a little bit later. So onto the purple, I did the exact same thing, just mixed it with a little bit of brown, and I'm going to start, as you can see, and just work it on in as well with the yellow. So on the middle 4 colors, I actually alternated the remaining 2 colors, so 2 colors wouldn't actually be alike. Now I'm just going to go ahead and take a little bit of brown in a plate and kind of mix the colors in all together. I'm going to be using this wet paper towel. It's damp from just me wiping my hands off with it, and I'm going to dab the paint onto the paper towel. Now I'm doing this because it really helps with making it look a little bit old and rustic. So I'm just going to wipe that on all of the corners, and wherever really it'll end up going is where I'm going to put it. You can see I'm just kind of tossing it on there, and some spots are getting, a lot, and some are getting a little. Now the good thing about this is once you start, you don't have to worry about dipping, re-dipping, because you all obviously get a lot more paint on the other pieces from the napkin. So just continue with that, and you want it to look, we're going to blend it out, so don't worry. And now I'm just going to work on, like I said, blending it out. I want to make sure that everything is blended and that it looks, not just like such drawn out lines.
Birds will sing a song in halcyon.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that tie that I said. It's just like hay or ribbon. I'm not sure exactly what it's called. Straw maybe? Maybe it's straw. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that. I decided for this lighter color out of the pack. And I'm going to choose to tie wherever. This is optional, but I decided this was good. It'll just add a little bit of something. So pick anywhere you want to. I picked the T and the U, obviously. And you're just going to tie it. I did a very rough tie. Like I said, I really want this to just, look very natural and like it's, this kind of got tangled into the letters because of the wind from fall being here. So I went ahead and tied it, and I tied it a couple times because it didn't tie correctly, and you just want it to be very natural. So here we are with the finished look. I really like it. I think it's super nice. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for more DIY videos.